Vision does not ignite growth. Passion does. Passion fuels vision, and vision is the focus of the power of passion. Leaders who are passionate about their call create vision. Find your passion and follow it. That's in all the career advice you're in need. That's all you will ever need. The first thing is to love yourself. Never try to please anyone else. People who get on in the world are the people who get up and look for circumstances that they want. And if they can't find them, they create them. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things that are left by those who hustle. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. And today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Thank you for calling the Lessons in Wisdom call. My name is Issachar Bey, and I am the Senior Director of the Temple of Enlightenment International Spiritual Center. And I want to thank you for tuning in to this call. We are excited about what is going on in this month of August. We are in the month of action. This is a month where we will continue to take action in what we're doing. And it's very ironic how we are talking about the topic we're talking about tonight, because tonight is an action topic. And we are dealing with action for the month of August. Definitely want to thank all of you who took the time out of your schedule. Once again, if you find these calls to be very beneficial to you, you are able to apply the precepts, the concepts, the teachings. I ask that you share it with 5 of your friends. Let them know that we're here every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that we're here every Sunday, 9 a.m. Now, this Sunday, we will be getting the new book, The Millionaire of the Bible series, Nazareth. It's the yellow book with the gold star. We'll be starting that book, chapter 1, on this Sunday. So we're excited about that. Those of you that have been following us along this Millionaires of Consciousness journey, we had a wonderful time in the book of Joshua, and it was phenomenal. We got a lot of great information out of there, and I can only tell you that the best is yet to come. So we are excited about that. If you guys missed any of the calls, you can always go to our YouTube page, which is the Temple of Enlightenment. So you can go to YouTube and go to our YouTube page. We ask that you subscribe, like, and share. And you can actually listen to all the old calls from Wednesday nights as well as Sunday mornings as well. We are in a very critical time right now. This is a time where we need to be focused, and we need to be in a position of where we are connected to the divine within. We need to be connected. We need to be more connected into meditation. We need to be connected more into what we're doing as far as our purpose, our destiny. There's a lot of things going on the outside that will continue to, I would say, push you off course or get you to fall off what you're focused on. So you got to maintain your focus. You got to maintain what it is that you're doing. Those of you that are working on manifesting something, possessing your promised land, whatever it is that you're going after, we have to be able to stay focused, not to allow anything or anybody to come in between what we aiming for, that target that we're aiming at, to come between us achieving and reaching that goal. So I'm just excited about everything that's happening, and we are excited about you too. Been hearing a lot of great testimonials about just different things that are happening with people, and and how everybody has been evolving in these last weeks that we've been getting together for these classes. So we're excited about that. Tonight we're going to deal with the 6 qualities that every goal should possess. Now, goals are very important because, I have a book that I wrote. It's actually on Amazon. It's called 100 Secrets to Mastering the Game of Life. And one of the secrets is, if you want to achieve anything in life, always attach it to a goal, because goals, they help you to evolve. They help you to they give you the accountability. They give you the accountability to actually now take action. Goals are not, they're not just about writing them down, which we'll see tonight, but it's also about taking action. So it's very important that we live goal-oriented lives. I want to look at the scripture tonight out of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, the 2nd and 3rd verse. It says, "And the Lord answered, write the vision and make it plain upon the tablets. They that may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And that's Habakkuk 2, the 2nd chapter, the 2nd and 3rd verse. So we see here in the text tonight that it says, write the vision, make it plain upon the tablets, right? That they that readeth it, that they may run that readeth it, right? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, which means that you're writing these visions down, you're writing your goals down. We know that there's time limits on these things, right? But it also goes on to say that in the end, your vision shall speak, it shall not lie, it shall tarry, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. So we got the instruction here to write the vision, to make it plain. They that run readeth it. We also understand and know that the vision we write, it will speak and not lie, which means that it will go out and do what we have created it to do. It will not turn back unto us void, but it may tarry, which means that it may take a while for it to come into fruition. But even in that, do not give up, but wait for it, because the vision will come to pass, right? What I've noticed is that what you recognize in your vision, you energize in your feeling. What you energize in your feeling, you realize in your life's experience. I'll say that again. What you recognize in your vision, the visualization in the mind's eye, you energize through your feeling, through your ability to fulfill, right? To magnetize. The feeling nature is what magnetizes things to you. What you energize in your feelings, that magnetic feeling ability that you have, is what you realize in your life's experience. We are the creators of our own life. We create our own reality. And when we understand how powerful we are and how we are able to, at any given time, pull into existence what it is that we need. That's why I always say, if you fail to go within, you must learn to live without. Everything that you need is already within you. You came equipped with everything. So these teachings that we do every Wednesday, these teachings that we do every Sunday, we're not teaching you anything new. The only thing that we're doing is bringing you back to remembrance, allowing you to remember what was already pre-programmed inside of you. You came equipped. You came with the ability to know, to be, to do, and to have all that your heart desires. The only thing that we're doing is we're just helping you to remember, first of all, who you are, what you possess, and then also how to activate it, how to get those things going in your life. You got to be very specific when you start talking about writing goals down, writing the vision down. Vision is important. Because if you can't see it, nobody else will see it. If you can't see yourself becoming a millionaire, nobody else can see yourself becoming a millionaire either. You have to be able to see it for yourself. Vision is everything, because you have to be able to visualize and envision yourself being, doing, and having the very thing that you want. Writing down, of course, makes it clear and gives a great detail. But like I said before, writing is the first level of manifestation, because what it does is it takes the idea that you have in your head, the concept, it takes the precept, whatever it is that you have in your mind that you can't see, feel, or touch, and it actually now makes it practical, because you took something that was intangible and you put it on paper now. So now you actually made it official. You made it concrete. You're actually saying to the universe that this is for real, because you took something that was already impregnated or implanted in the subconscious mind, and now you've written it in the physical realm. So now what you're doing is you're making it official, right? When you begin to execute your plan, you have to understand the significance of working from the end. And I'm going to get more into this today. You have to already, when I was in New York, at one point in time, many of you may not know this, but I actually worked at the World Trade Center. I was working at the 20th floor. It was a stock firm called Weatherly Securities. And on the day of 9/11, I overslept. So, yeah, I actually overslept on the day of 9/11. And while I was running downstairs to actually get ready to go to work, I got a knock on the door. And when I opened the door, the TV in the kitchen was on, and I actually saw the second plane going into the building. Thank God that all of the people of my company were able to get out. Everybody that I knew, that were already there was able to get out, and everybody got it out safe. So that was just a unbelievable situation, if you can imagine, for just the world, but definitely for those who were personally involved. But during that time, while I was at the World Trade Center, I began to, I've always done acting and writing and so forth. So there's a couple of movies that you may have saw me in. You have to press, some of the movies you have to press the pause to see me. But I was in a movie called The Best Man, which had Tay Diggs and Morris Chestnut. And I was in a wedding scene, and I think at the reception. And then I also did a movie called Double Platinum with Diana Ross and Brandy. You actually see me, they cut it out. I was actually sitting at the bar next to Diana Ross, but you actually in the movie, you see me walking right beside Diana Ross. And I did a couple of music videos and so forth. But anyway, I went to school to learn how to write movies. And you write the script, you write the first act, the second act, and the third act. But when you get ready to shoot a movie, they shoot it from the end. A lot of them do the end first and work backwards. And I found that very interesting, because you would think that they would start from the beginning, but a lot of them start from the end and go backwards. I think that when you are creating a goal and you know what outcome you want, you must always focus on the outcome. And the reason why you want to focus on the outcome is because when you begin to look at this from the perspective of, I'm going to accomplish this goal, this is what I want it to look like, this is what it's going to be. Listen, goals are stepping stones which guide your vision of who you are and what you are about and whatever it is that you want to achieve. So we use the goals as the stepping stones to get to whatever it is that we want to achieve or accomplish or that we want to manifest. But getting in contact with the ending is significant now, because I know we're starting from the end. Neville teaches us to assume the wish fulfilled. How would it feel if all your bills was paid and you didn't have to worry about how they were going to get paid? How would you feel if you had the new car, if you had the new house? How would you feel if you had the new business, if you had a successful business? And what you would do is hold on to that feeling, the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Why? Because he understood the power of the fulfillment nature, right? We just talked about what you recognize in your vision, you energize through your feelings. What you energize through your feelings, you recognize in your life experience. So he understood that if I can hold on to that feeling of how it felt to be successful, of how it felt to be in the position that I wanted, to get the car, the house, or whatever it is that I wanted to manifest, to already have possession of it, how would it feel? And if you could actually hold on to that feeling long enough, what happens is it magnetizes to you the very things that you're holding on to it. Because what you're doing is, as you're holding on to that feeling, you actually become the feeling. It's impossible for you to capture and begin to linger onto a feeling and it not manifest. We learned about this in the Millionaires of the Bible in Joshua. Anything that you harbor secretly, you will bring to you, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. We learned that not to harbor negative thoughts, negative feelings, because you bring those situations and those circumstances to you, right? Same thing. If you embrace those feelings of success, if you embrace those feelings of financial freedom, of the millionaire, of operating and walking and talking and living as a millionaire, and you operate what that feels like and you hold on to that feeling, you now become one with that feeling, but also now you will start to magnetize the situations and the circumstances to you that will make that a reality in your life. Goals will lead you to your vision. Your vision should be in accord with your lifestyle that you want to live. The things that you're good at, the things you enjoy doing, and you will be able to understand how your lifestyle should be in context with your consciousness. Consciousness is everything. And a lot of times, I see a lot of people getting frustrated because a lot of times this is what happens. We have this connotation that we want certain things in the physical realm. And the things that we want in the physical realm, we don't have them in the spiritual realm. And if you don't have them in the spiritual realm, you can't really actually possess and really fully embrace them on the physical realm. So this is why I tell people all the time that a vision board is nothing but a mirror. Because if you putting all these things on the vision board and you hang it on your wall and you see it every day, but you don't possess those things inside of you, you're not actually putting up you're not operating in the significance of what the vision board was created, because it's a mirror. When you look at that vision board, you're looking at things that you already have possessed, the things that are already inside of you. Everything on that vision board is you. You're looking at you, because anything that you manifest, anything that you create, anything that you are getting ready to bring into fruition, you are exactly one with it. Each one of your goals, you are one with your goals. Your goals are you. I actually wanted to start tonight, but I think I'm going to wait. I may wait till September to do this, but I want to do a series on the metaphysics of entrepreneurship and really get into what entrepreneurship is, just really get into all of those things to get into all the spiritual laws of entrepreneurship, so forth, things like that. Because I think that if we're going to be operating in this millionaire's consciousness, if we're going to be operating in, all of the things that we're doing, I think that we need to all be entrepreneurs and understand the significance of it. Because, people look at entrepreneurs as just, oh, these are people who started their own business, they're doing their own thing, but it's a little bit more deeper than that. It's a little bit more significant than just that. And it always ties into our goals as well. Entrepreneurship is really goal-oriented heavy. So we will visit that. But I think that your goals must always be in alignment with you, must always be in alignment with your life, the direction that you want to go in. Specifically, what are you utilizing these goals for to accomplish? I think that everything in life, as I said before, everything you do in life should be an investment. Those of you that take the time to listen to these calls, it's an investment, because you are investing your time into these calls with the sincerity hope that what I'm learning, the teaching, the precepts, the concepts that I'm learning will in fact enhance my life and possibly put me in a better position than I was before I invested my time in it. Everything in your life must be an investment. Who you talk to, what you watch, what you listen to, what you spend time doing most of the day. Everything must be an investment. And if it's not an investment, then you don't want to waste your time, energy, you don't want to waste your money. When you're doing a goal, all your goals must be connected to increasing and advancing you at some point in life. You're not doing a goal to be stagnant. We want to get out of the survival mode, just to keep my head above water, just trying to make it. No, we want to live. We don't want to exist. We got to get to a point now where we are not allowing life to dictate to us how to live, but we need to dictate to life how we want to live. So I gotta be in a position to where I'm able to understand and know that my goals are created to advance me to a better position, to a better place. But at the same time, that's why it's so important to understand or to start from the end. Because knowing where you're going, where you're heading is the most important thing. It's very unsafe to be going somewhere and don't know where you're going. Just to be moving, just to be operating, right? And not know where you're going, not to know what your destination is, not to know, well, when I get there, what does it look like? You always want to know where you're going in life. Now, there's going to be a lot of adjustments. There's going to be a lot of situations and things that may change, but your target, your end, your destination of where you're going will not change. And so that's why we look at that from that perspective as being in accord with our vision connected to our lifestyle. What do you see yourself being, doing, and having? The 6 qualities that every goal should possess. Number 1, the goal should be written and be committed to. We just talked about this. Your goal should be written down, writing, first level of manifestation, right? But not only writing, but to be committed to it. To say, I'm going to be committed to accomplishing this goal. This goal is going to help me to increase. This goal is going to help me to start good habits. Habits are created over a period of time. So if you want to start something, hey, you know what? I'm going to write a goal down that every day I'm going to get on the treadmill for an hour. And I'm going to write it down. I'm going to be committed to it so that I can be accountable to myself. Why? Because I believe that me getting on the treadmill for 1 hour a day will advance me. First of all, it will allow me to take control over my health, to put me in a better place health-wise, but then also it will allow me to really, start becoming very connected to working out, getting in the habit of working out, exercising, doing my cardio, just 1 hour a day, right? And you commit to that, you wrote it down, but you realize that this goal, but what's the end goal? The end goal is, hey, maybe I can be at a point when my goal was to be able to walk 3 miles a day, to be able to jog 4 miles a day. So you already know what your end goal is, right? But not only is it just to walk 4 miles a day, but I also want to lose 30 pounds. So this goal that we have created is going to now advance me to the place, but I'm going to be 30 pounds lighter. I'm going to be able to walk or lightly jog 4 to 5 miles a day. And then also it will allow me to put myself in a position to now where I'm more health conscious, right? I'm exercising. I'm working on my cardio. I'm becoming more health conscious, and out of that, different things will begin to happen. But it always started with me writing it down, being committed to the goal, and understanding the importance of the accountability of it. Because the accountability has to do with you and yourself. You got to be accountable to you. And so if I'm going to be accountable to myself, it's very difficult. I always tell people this all the time. The greatest fight you'll ever have in life is the fight against yourself. So for somebody who's has to fight with themselves to say, you know what, I really want to lose 30 pounds, and I don't understand why it's so difficult for me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start creating goals. I'm going to put a goal that for 30 days, I'm going to get on the treadmill 1 hour every day for 30 days. This is what I want my goal to be. I want to lose 25 to 30 pounds. I want to put away 1 hour every day, regardless of how I feel. I'm going to be committed, and these are my results. This is how this goal is going to advance me or take me to the next level. Now, listen, this is an investment. The investment of spending time, energy, and getting on the treadmill for 1 hour a day for 30 days is an investment that you're hoping pays off. Number one, you're becoming more healthy. Number two, you're in better shape. Number three, you lose 25 to 30 pounds. Everything you do in life, even goal-oriented, must always be an investment. What benefit, what advancement am I going to get out of me operating and really working and really focusing on manifesting this goal? I've always said that talking to yourself is very important as well, because after you write the goal down, one of the things that I think you should do is you should always talk to yourself, repeat what you've written to yourself, if you want to do it out loud or even just silently. But what happens is, by repeating it, even mentally, you are now sending that mental connection of what you actually are committed to do. You actually are connecting it on a mental level. You're connecting it consciously. You're consciously connected to what you are, because you got to understand that everything is consciousness. So when you are creating a goal and you're getting ready to accomplish that goal, you're operating on that level of consciousness of the goal. And you automatically know that as it is in consciousness, so shall it be in reality. So you are already, to be honest, what you are telling yourself already is, listen, I'm already 30 days out. I'm already at the end of the goal. I've already lost 30 pounds. I'm already more healthy. And now I'm just going through the motions. But what happens is every day you get on the treadmill for an hour, you feel yourself being more energetic, more energized. You be more focused, more determined, have more confidence because you are committed, you are accountable to yourself, and you know that this goal that you've created has multiple benefits to you and it will advance you. Always remember this too, that regardless of you having the accountability with your goals, you always look out for other things as well, because you're going to be encouraged. You're going to also be enlightened as well, because everything that you go through, everything that you do, be, and have is an experience. It's a journey. So I actually would actually start looking at what happened in that 30-day journey, or when you create a goal. Now, goals, of course, we want them to be finished. We want to complete the goal. But I'm telling you, it's something about the journey of completing the goal that makes it worthwhile. It's never about getting to the end of the 30 days and saying, oh, man, that was wonderful. But what happens is it's the journey. It's the getting on the treadmill every day for an hour. It's going against whatever odds, whatever difficulties. You know what? I had a rough day at work. Things didn't go well today. I just don't feel like it. Regardless of all those things, you still stay committed to your goal and you get on there for an hour. When you get to the end of the 30 days, it shows you the endurance. It shows you the encouragement, the stamina, the enthusiasm, the zeal, all those things that you are now operating and actually activating inside of you because of your commitment, and also because of your writing it down, staying accountable. The second thing that we want to look at is your goal needs to be realistic and attainable. Now, I'm going to say this. No goal is impossible, right? We believe that all things are possible, but it may be unrealistic. Make sure that your goals are realistic and attainable based on where you are right now. So you want to make sure that it's realistic, something that you can accomplish, something that you can do. You want to make sure that you are able to attain it where you are now. And being able to attain it means just to be realistic, consciously, where am I right now? Am I able to manifest this or bring this into fruition? Is that a realistic goal? Is it really realistic? Now, there's nothing wrong with thinking, dreaming. There's nothing wrong with all of those things, but you always want to be able to operate from your goals being realistic, attainable, being able to attain, that I can write these down. So somebody may say, you know what, I may not be able to do an hour a day. That may not be attainable to me, but you know what, 30 minutes is. So I can get on the treadmill for 30 minutes a day. That may be a little bit more attainable for me, a little bit more realistic than an hour. I'm starting out, haven't been on the treadmill in years. I think an hour will be a little bit, unrealistic for me at this time. So I'm going to do 30 minutes, right? Just make sure that your goals are attainable and make sure that they're realistic. The next thing is your goals should be flexible and reflect change. Now, we know that external conditions are beyond our control, things that just happen outside of your control. But when those interference occurs, we do not allow ourselves to abandon the goal or we don't give up on our goals. Your goal, as I said before, is a direct indication of who you are. There is no separation between you and your goal. When I see your goals, I see you. When I see you, I see your goals. There is no separation between you and your goals. So those external situations and circumstances that may arouse while we are dealing with our goals may say, you know, may say to us, this happened, that happened, but regardless of that, I just have to make an adjustment. I just have to make some adjustments, but I'm still continuing. So this is what happens. A person has a treadmill in the house. They were gifted a treadmill. They made a conscious, they wrote their goals down that they're going to get on the treadmill for 30 minutes a day, right? So something happens at the job. They have to stay late. There's a major a riot or something going on in the city. They can't make it home. All the bridges are shut down. So what do? They still stay committed. They go and sign up for the local gym around the area where the work office is, and they say, hey, look, you know, I'm going to start, you know, I'm going to go in here and work out for 30 minutes on the treadmill because I made that commitment that I'm going to get on the treadmill once for 30 minutes every day. Making adjustments, being flexible, being able to adapt to change. We talked about this last Sunday on the Millionaires of the Bible series of how to deal with change and what change is really all about. That change. And so, see, you have to understand this. When you are operating on a goal and you're manifesting a goal, you are telling the universe that this goal is already done because you're working from the end of it, right? When you're working from the end of it, as you're constantly connecting and becoming one with that goal, the universe is now saying to you that, oh, this goal is going to now be made manifest in the physical reality. Now, when that happens, you have to understand that change has to happen. So you don't know what's going to happen in order, or what changes, or what, I wouldn't say, external conditions will take place that have to take place for that goal to come into fruition. Because anytime we're doing anything where we're creating a goal, we have to allow change to take place. And those changes, we are to embrace them. There is no such thing as a good or a bad change. There's only thing that determines whether it's good or bad is how we relate to it. So we want to make sure that we are in a mindset of adjustability, because a lot of times we have this focused on what way we think this is going to happen. You know what? I'm going to, start doing this and start doing that, and this is the only way this is going to happen. There's so many different ways that the universe can make things happen. You can't be just focused on that one way, because sometimes you can block out the way for it to happen for you because you have shut down everything else but this one way, and you want to just not worry about how it's going to unfold, but just be able to be flexible and to embrace change. Number 4 is your goal needs to be concrete and measurable. It must be definitive and specific. Clearly define your goals. How does it look? How does it feel? How does it smell? How does it taste? How does it sound? See your goals in terms of the size, the color, the location. All of these things are very important when creating a goal, because the more detailed you are, the more you are connected, and the more of a reality it becomes when you become so detail-oriented and how you want to get these goals to be connected. You want to be able to really start operating and moving and writing those things down. writing down, how does it feel? How does it look? How does it taste? How does it smell? What's the size, the color, the location, the build? You know, all of these things are very important. That's why goal setting is so important. And we are in the month of August, which is our action month. So what this does, goals allow you to now not force you, but give you make you accountable for taking action. Your goal is the outcome desired as a result of your organized efforts. I'll say that again. Your goal is the outcome desired as a result of your organized efforts, which means as within, so without. How organized were you in laying out every aspect of this goal? We know the underlying foundation of the goal is, how is it going to advance me? How is this going to benefit me? Do not invest in anything that's not going to advance you or benefit you. And so we learn the hard way sometimes when we try to get involved with certain people in certain situations that we knew were not really benefiting us or were going to advance us, but because they were a family member or because they were somebody we grew up with or because we felt sorry for them, we invested our time and got nothing out of it. So you got to be very careful, not to be selfish, but you've got to be able to get yourself in a position to win. Winners always win. And we have to have that consciousness of that millionaire consciousness that we constantly are talking about, reading about, studying about, that we now are taking action and really moving into this connection. Your goal must be measurable, right, to determine its dimensions. When it's measurable, you have a standard by which you can analyze and estimate its completion. That's why it's measurable, because you want to be able to analyze and estimate its completion. Having a goal that's not measurable is like going on a car trip, as I said before, with no destination. You're just driving and you're just driving. You don't know where you're going. You just driving till you just feel like till you stop driving. You don't know where you're going. You have no destination, no road map, no of where you're going, no destination. We're just driving. But you want your goals to be measurable, because you always want to be able to analyze and estimate its completion. How do I know when this is completed? How do I know that I'm staying on course? How do I know that these are the things that were connected in the goal that's going to advance and benefit me? Your goals should be created to cover certain time periods. So they always say you can't hang up pictures unless you put them in frames, right? So you got to be able to put a time signature stamp on these goals. That's why I said the treadmill would have been 30 days. We are coming into a new moon on Sunday. So a lot of times people like to start. The new moon is a time to take things in from the universe. Is it a time to receive, right? It's a great time to pull in and really receive the abundance, the good that the universe has for you, right? But it's also a good time to start something new. So people like to start, something new, a new cycle, new something. Whatever it is that you're going to start, you want to put a time limit on it, a timestamp. When you put a time on it, it actually gives it that ability to allow you to be accountable and also to measure. It makes it measurable when you put a timestamp on it. Because I'm giving myself 30 days to, somebody says, you know what, for the next 30 days, I'm going to start learning how to invest in stocks. And you're investing stocks because you are at a place now where you're saying to yourself, I want to now allow my money to work for me. I want money to work for me instead of me working for money. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to go get on Robinhood or go get the Robinhood app or the Webull app. And for the next 30 days, I'm going to invest in stocks, right? My benefit is that I will come out with more money than I put in. But then also the advantage is I'm looking for the advantage of now money working for me. Now allow my money to work for me and me no longer work for the money. But you put a timestamp on it. And so you go in, you begin to study, how do I operate the Robinhood app? How do I upload the money into it? What stocks do I buy? How do you buy the stocks on there? How do you buy a good stock? What's a good stock determined for a bad stock? What are the different kind of options I have? Can I invest in options? Can I buy stocks, EFTs? All of these different things that you begin to learn when you start moving and operating into putting a timestamp. And what I'm talking about as far as the EFT, options, index funds, all these things that you can invest in, this is what you would do when you break down the size, the color, the shape of the goal that you're getting into. This is when you get very definite and clear about what it is that you want to do. What's the benefit of each one of those things? And as a beginner, what should I start off with? And what's going to be, I guess, what's the best position for me to be in as a beginner to invest in stocks? So you start learning those different things, right? And you move into that because you're able to put a timetable on that. So after 30 days, I'm already expecting that at the end of the 30 days, whatever I invested, I should come out with more. Even if let's say I do take a loss financially, I've invested time, energy, and effort to learn. And I may not be able to see the reward or the benefit from just 30 days, so I may need to extend it. But I'm able to measure based on the time frame that I did put it in. The next thing you want to do is you want to be able to set your goals in advance. When you set your goals in advance, you give yourself the ability to bring focus to your energy and to your thoughts, and you actually are kind of building a momentum of operating and moving in your destiny. When you set things up in advance, like, all right, I know. So this is important because setting up goals are very important when we talk about life, because we're looking at how our life is operated. We went over the 4 seasons. What season are you in? It's the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. What is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to manifest? Once you are able to set goals in advance, what that does now, it says, okay, from September, October, November, I want to accomplish this. December, January, February, I want to accomplish this. February, March, April, I want to accomplish this. You start putting those in advance. So what that does now, that actually you're putting timetables on it now, because now, so what that does is make you accountable. Like, look, I got to make sure that September, October, November, I do what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be focusing on my goals. I have that 90-day window. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And you stay focused because you know that all the way up until next year, you have all of these goals set in place on things that you want to accomplish. So this is what you do. You operate and you move by setting things in advance. It keeps you also focused on your purpose and destiny. And then we look at something that we call, I like to call the continuation goals. So goals in continuity or continue, what I call continued goals, are goals which are you extend as you continue to work in them. So, for example, let's take a look at this. All right, Johnny graduated from high school. He decided he wanted to be a surgeon. This goal leads him to becoming a surgeon, right? So, goal 1, Johnny gets accepted to college. Goal 2, he graduated from college. Goal 3, he got accepted into medical school. Goal 4, he successfully completed the medical school. Goal 5, he got accepted to a hospital residency program. Goal 6, he successfully completed the medical boards. Goal 7, he secured a position at the best surgeon hospital. So each of these goals are an extension of the prior goal. So you see how many goals were able to be put into perspective of the main goal. The main goal was, hey, I want to graduate high school so I can become a surgeon. That was his goal. From that goal, we look at the 7 goals that it took for him to get there. But those were minor goals. So here we go. Getting accepted to college was a goal of his choice. Getting accepted to the college of choice. Number 2 was graduating from college with a 3.0 or 3.8 average. That's what he wanted. All right. Another goal was to get accepted into a medical school of his choice. He successfully completed medical school. That was a goal. He wanted to get accepted to a hospital residency program. He got accepted. He successfully completed the medical board's exam. And then he was secured a position at one of the best surgeon hospitals. So these are all the goals that happened based on the original goal was, hey, I want to graduate from high school and be a surgeon. So the same thing with you. When you create a goal, there are going to be many little steps that you can break down into mini goals to get to the place that you want to go to. So I just think that it's imperative that we allow ourselves to really develop our goals and look at the significance of putting timestamps, making them measurable, making them attainable, realistic. Because as you begin to develop your long-range goals, you will begin to create a bigger picture. The bigger picture that will encompass these goals and bring them together as the foundation of the purpose of your life. Purpose is everything. It's nothing more greater in life than one who finds their purpose. There's nothing more greater in life than one who finds their purpose in life. When you begin to find your purpose and destiny, and you begin to really focus in on it, it allows you to unlock the very essence of your potential, the very essence of your ability to manifest. You are an architect and you begin to design the blueprint for your life. Goals are very important. I'm going to really be talking more about personal goals on Sunday night. This Sunday night, I'm going to be sending out another flyer to everybody. We're doing the new moon prophetic encounter call. So Sunday is the new moon. It is the time for us to receive. It is the time for us to receive in abundance. And what we're going to do is, those that are going to be a part of the call, we're going to give you a prophetic word. I'm also going to send you, we're going to send out a whole bunch of other things that are going to be entailed in that, and it's going to be phenomenal. There's also some things that we want to discuss about where we need to be regarding all of the things that are going on with our health and just where we are consciously. So I think this is going to be a great time to discuss and to come together like-mindedness. Also, we are, as I said before, we're in a month of action. So this week, I want you guys to take action, something that you've been, kind of just meditating on, something that you've been thinking about doing, something that you know needs to get done, but you've been hesitating because you're like, oh my God, I really don't want to start this. I really don't want to have to do this, but you know it needs to get done. Take action. That's the word for the month of August. Take action. Some of us have been contemplating on doing something. We've been writing it down. We've been strategizing. We've been planning. We've been writing and meditating on it. Now it's to take action. Just do it. Just get out there and do it. Don't worry about it being perfect. Don't worry about trying to have all your T's crossed and your I's dotted. Just get out there and do it. Just put the action out. As you begin to operate with the teachings that we're learning about goal setting and the 6 qualities that every goal should have, you just get out there and begin to operate in the action of it. And by taking actions, you'll see a lot of doors begin to open. A lot of situations present themselves to you, right? You'll be in the right place at the right time to meet the right people and to also get a knowledge and wisdom that will take you and propel you to the next level. So we want you guys to take action. We want you to be in a position to elevate and to move and to operate in a different level of consciousness than where we are now. And so every month we want to elevate our consciousness. We want to go from one level to the next. The month of August, we're in this month of action. So I want to thank all of you for being on the call. You guys know that Sunday we want you to join us as we enter into our new book, The Millionaire of the Bible series, Nazareth. We're looking forward to a great time. This is going to be the study of the master teacher, Jesus. A lot of people don't know that he was a millionaire, that he was successful and rich. So we're going to get into that. And I think it's going to be very interesting at the things that we're going to learn. So I'm looking forward to the journey. I'm looking forward to going to a high level of consciousness. And those of you that want to be a part of that, please meet us every Sunday morning at 9 a.m., same number. So now we're moving into our circulation part of the call. We call it the circulation because what we release into the atmosphere, whether it's time, energy, effort, money, whatever we release, we know that's going to be circulated back to us 100-fold. And on Wednesdays, we operate with the mastermind seed, which is going to be the mind over matter, the mastermind seed, which is $11.11. Right now, what's very interesting to me is that 1111 is a master number. The number 11 is a master number. But the 1111 is 4 numbers. It's 4 ones, right? When you look at the word goal has 4 letters in it. 4 is the number of organization. It is the number of structure. It is the number of prioritizing, right? All of these things that we need to use in our goal setting. Goal setting is everything. Listen, anybody on this call who's listening to me tonight, if you want to accomplish anything in life, you must attach it to a goal. Make it a goal. Put a time frame on it. Make yourself accountable. Commit to it. anything. I mean, anything small that you need to get done. Just attach it to a goal, and you'll be able to accomplish it and get it done. So we are operating in our circulation. Those of you that are going to circulate in that mastermind seed, mind over matter. If we're going to be masterminds, we have to be able to make sure that our minds have mastered the matter, that we are now in total control of operating and being able to master our minds. Anybody on this call who's ever been in a relationship with somebody, or ever co-workers, anybody else, after you get past the physical ramifications of them, you realize that everybody you meet in this world is nothing but a mind. If you ever been married, when you first met them, oh, that person, I was in love with them, the way they looked, the way they made me feel, the way they treated me, all those things is wonderful. But then after time passed, you realize that, wait a minute, this person, I'm actually married to their mind, how they think, how they operate, what they believe, what they don't believe. Mind over matter. Mastermind is everything. When you learn how to master your mind, you can master your world. You can master your universe. And so this seed that we sow tonight is our $11.11 mastermind seed. There's 4 ways that you can sow it. You can sow it by Cash App, which is going to be $TOESC, which is going to be Temple of Enlightenment Spiritual Center. So that's TOESC. We also have PayPal, which is going to be Issachar Bey at gmail.com. So that's going to be ISSACHARBEY at gmail.com. And it's also going to be Venmo. So Venmo is going to be at Issachar, ISSACHAR Bey. And then we also have Zelle. Zelle is going to be Issachar Bey at gmail.com. I also wanted to thank I started the Temple of Enlightenment meetup group in Chicago, Illinois. And so there may be many of them on the call tonight. I wanted to thank you for joining the call and thank you for being a part. We're looking forward to really building something strong out in the Chicago area. So I want to thank all of you for being a part of that. Like I said, we're getting out. The next city we're going to is Los Angeles. I'm going to Los Angeles after this. So we did Chicago, and we are looking forward to building our presence strong in Chicago, and then we're going to go to LA. So we want to thank all of you for being on the call. And once again, those are the 4 ways that you could sow your $11.11 mastermind seed tonight. I want to remind you guys to join us on Sunday morning at 9 a.m. We're doing the Millionaires of the Bible series. And then also, we are also going to be doing Sunday night, which is going to be our new moon prophetic encounter call. So we want to thank you all for tuning in. Definitely stay connected. And also, I'd like to say this one thing. If your destiny is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. Thank you and good night.